On Saturday, both Ellie and I were feeling sorta depressed. We agreed we needed a change of pace. Zach and Emma were rearranging his room, so we followed suit and decided to rearrange my room. The old desk setup was not very ideal, and lent itself to getting messy and was overall just an inefficient use of space. The new desk setup, however, is so much better, and allows me to use it for so much more. Also, the room feels way more open now and organized, and we think it'll be much easier to keep clean, which was really a struggle of the previous arrangement. After that, I continued editing my previous video, and I really enjoyed the new desk orientation. It was much easier to work with, and I had way more space. Later, we watched Bridgerton till the end of the evening, and wow, that show is so good. I really enjoyed the writing. They really do a very good job of keeping things interesting. The Super Bowl is tomorrow, and a couple friends are coming over, so that should be fun. Good night. Super Bowl day! Ellie, Emma, and Patrick decided to go climbing before the game, so I went and got a haircut and worked out while they were gone. My haircut turned out pretty well, and the lady who did it was quite nice. When I got back, Henry and Zach had already started on the food, and it was looking really good. Henry made a few tasty food items like barbecue meatballs and an absolutely spectacular queso. A few friends showed up to watch the game with us and hang out for the evening. It was a decently lively group. Noka had to stay in the corner due to all the excitement, but he fell asleep pretty quickly. As you can see, Ellie and I weren't quite as invested in the game, but it seemed like a good one. Everyone else was decently into it. Tom Brady and the Bucks ended up winning, so congrats to them. Ellie and I decided that I would take her back in the morning rather than tonight, so we decided to play some Valorant and hang out a little bit more, and then we got to bed at a decent time. I'm hoping the rest of this week is a lot less depressing than last week and that I can get a lot more done. I hope I'm more motivated this next week and that I can really make some progress on both the game and these videos. Well, let's get to it. It was a pretty slow week through Monday and Tuesday. I brought Ellie home and then I mainly worked for those days. I was getting rather depressed throughout those days. I was feeling very ADHD and not able to focus very much, just overall really distracted. So on Wednesday, I decided I needed to perk up and figure some stuff out and get some stuff done. I listened to a podcast by Colin and Samir that day, and it was super good. I'll definitely be listening to more of their stuff. They are really easy to listen to and have a lot of good things to say. After work, I made quite a bit of progress on the inventory system in my game, and I fixed a really frustrating issue with the grappling mechanic. I had seen that Gus Johnson had recently been streaming Skyrim, so I put that on in the background while I worked, and it really inspired me to play. So I put Skyrim on and played for the first time in a long while. I played while I listened to Gus's stream, and it was an awesome vibe. I finished that up and ate dinner with Henry before doing youth group for an hour. After youth group, I went and got Ellie, and now she's here, so that's really nice. I do a lot better mentally when she's around. I talked with Chris earlier about further plans with YouTube. I'm really hoping that I can build my motivation to make and execute ideas. I decided to take my videos in a bit of a different direction as I was getting kind of bored with the old format. I really want to make sure that I actually enjoy watching these videos when I look back on them. So I decided to make this video, and subsequent ones, about more of the highlights of my life rather than the day-to-day activity that may be somewhat monotonous. I don't live a Casey Neistat, New York City lifestyle, and until I do, I'll stick with something else. On Friday, we headed up to James for the weekend. We got here after a decent 4-hour drive, and it is quite cold out, probably somewhere around -15 to -20 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll probably be an indoor weekend because it's not supposed to get above zero the entire weekend, and supposedly it's going to be pretty windy, so none of us are too keen on going outside and doing much. We played some games before going to bed. I'm sure it'll be a full day tomorrow, though. Good night.
It's kind of cold outside.
It's kind of cold out. My joints don't like it.
Today was a ton of fun. We started off the day with bacon, eggs, and pancakes for breakfast, and then played COD for most of the morning. We had to head to Walmart, that was 30 minutes away, to get some dog food because Ellie and I had forgotten to bring any for Noka, and James needed some as well. We got Culver's on the way back, and then continued to play games for a few hours. After a while, James decided that we should go bowling, so we started getting ready to go out for the night. It was a beautiful evening, so I took some video and a time-lapse of the sunset. I wish I had gone again later to get some photos of the stars because it was super clear, but it got cold really fast and I forgot by the time we got back. It was around -6 when the sun was going down and the temperature was dropping fast, so we bundled up and headed out to find the bowling alley. The first place James brought us was a tiny bar with like 4 lanes in the back, but all the lanes were being used, so we had to change plans. We tried to go to a pizza shop, but they had closed even though it was only like 7 p.m. on a Saturday, so James decided that we would drive a ways to go to this place that was more like a Chuck E. Cheese and had plenty of bowling lanes. We got there, got a few pizzas, bowled 2 games. It was a ton of fun. The music was a little weird. They were playing like pop music, but the songs were sometimes kind of inappropriate for a kid's bowling alley. And at one point they played only Post Malone for like 45 minutes, even repeating the same songs over and over again. That was kind of weird. But the pizza was good, and we had a pretty good time bowling. When we got back, we played Smash on the Switch for a while, and then watched Back to the Future as people went to bed. It was a pretty good day.
You stay under it, like this.
Okay.
You gotta get one, baby.
Just one.
One!
Just one.
One
Just
chance. One chance. One time.
Everybody start chanting.
One! One! One!
Henry.
One! 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 No!
Hold on. I gotta get this on.
Sunday was a pretty uneventful day. We woke up and had bacon and eggs again, then we packed up and headed home pretty early. We needed to leave by noon. It was a pretty solid weekend and really good to see James again. Hopefully when we come back it'll be much warmer, hopefully summer, and we can do a lot more outdoor activities. I played more Skyrim when I got back, and then later on, Ellie, Henry, and I played Stardew for the first time in a while. I think we're going to do that a lot more while Ellie is at school, because we had to drop her off earlier, and it's kind of sad when she's not around. I'm excited to make some new video ideas and try out new strategies. I'm on a quest to figure out and make videos that I really will enjoy watching later on. Hopefully some tech project videos and other things that I do with my life that are more exciting than just what I did in a week. Hopefully I can make some good ones. Until next time, good night.